Hi, I am Gigi and I'm an ex-Amazon bar raiser here at Day One Careers. Now before I go on, please do give this video a like so it can reach other candidates with the same questions as you. So, what is the culture like at Amazon? Was probably my least favourite question asked of me when I was interviewing for Amazon. I interviewed many hundreds of candidates and I could almost guarantee at every interview, what is the culture like at Amazon, would come up. It was my least favourite question really because I got to admit, I just didn't really understand what they meant. Culture means so many different things and I had really no idea what meaning they in particular were applying to it. And I kind of felt I gave really vague and unhelpful answers as a result. So after my first 100 or so, I switched tactics. So when I was asked, what is the culture like at Amazon? I'd ask them to be more specific with their questions. This move was a bit of a revelation, and I actually managed to give people the information that they wanted. So this is a little mini-series that covers the main themes that came out of that tactic. In this video, we are covering the most popular interpretation of culture, and that is working hours. Now, I suspect it's the most popular because of a lot of negative reports about Amazon on social media are all about really the number of hours people say they had to work. My response to this is that people have very different experiences in Amazon as regards working hours. Even the same employee may have experienced very, very different levels of working hours across their Amazon career. Based on my own experience and my observations, there are a number of variables that impact the number of working hours an employee ends up putting in. The first is the nature of the role you're in. All else being equal, I've observed that people who are in roles that are closer to the front line of the business deliverables tend to put in more hours. Now, I'm excluding fulfillment centers in this thought process, by the way. But these people are the focal point of all of the inputs from many, many upstream teams and are effectively at the sharp point when anything goes wrong for the customer. The second is the stage the business unit is in. As you'd expect in units where the business is in the development stages, people are generally kind of masters of their own timeline, so can manage the pace. Businesses that are kind of in launch mode or are new or maybe making big changes can be on the more extreme side of hours required. Things go wrong, you're trying to have a strong start and validate your strategy, and that often requires more hours. Somewhere in the middle lays established business units who kind of know what they're doing and have the process and tools in place to carry a significant proportion of the burden. The third variable is the season or period. It doesn't take an expert to anticipate that for a team such as the retail team, the run-ups to Prime Day and kind of the holiday season, October, November, December, are going to be crazy. Now, obviously, the further up the supply chain your team is, the further away from these peak periods the madness begins. Now, it doesn't need to be a calendar season. Any team that has kind of regular periods of big launches is going to feel the peaks and troughs. The faster the pace of delivery? What's that? The faster the pace of delivery of these big launches, the shorter and shallower those troughs will be. The fourth is obvious, and that is leadership. Leaders set the tone. If you're in a unit with a laser-focused, work-obsessed, work monster, even if your direct leader isn't that way inclined, it's still going to filter down. The reverse is also true. I've seen teams with senior leaders who drive a very strong agenda of balance and mental health, and that too trickles down. The fifth, and maybe this one will surprise you, is you. I won't lie to you. Amazon will take whatever you are willing to give. There will be very few managers who actively push you not to work. Many will respect boundaries that you've set, but if you don't actively define and maintain your boundaries, you will end up working far more hours than you signed up to in your contract. I have to admit, that was my biggest failing at Amazon. I didn't set, communicate, and enforce my own boundaries. The combination of all of the above is why people have wildly different experiences when it comes to what is the culture like at Amazon for working hours. In my time, I hit 80-hour weeks. I also hit 35-hour weeks and everything in between. So honestly, do what you can to understand how the first 4 variables relate to your role, and then seriously, do some deep soul searching on the 5th variable, because be assured, Amazon will take whatever you are willing to give. So that's it. I hope you found this video useful. Please do give it a thumbs up and or a comment below so that other candidates can find the answer to that question. Now what you need to do is click the link here to claim your free Day 1 Careers Customer Obsession Taster course. Watch that and you'll nail every customer obsession question asked of you in your Amazon interview. Or if you want to do that a little bit later, why don't you check out more here of our incredible insights and advice on Amazon interview preparation.